Charleston Southern head coach Gabe Giardina and the team came up short 27-13 against nationally ranked Tennessee Tech this past week. This week on the road at Western Illinois. Coach, thoughts about your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Obviously, Tennessee Tech, very good football team. I thought our guys, handled the elements of the game pretty well. It was good to get the turnovers that we got in the game to try to slow them down. They're very obviously high powered on offense, and quarterback Kiko. I mean, he makes them go, and he's got a lot of weapons and folks to get the ball to, and very good up front. So. They were able to run it pretty effectively on us, and we were not able to run it effectively against them. And I think that's kind of was the biggest thing that jumps out to me, after the game. And certainly got some things that we can work on and fix. But I think just the way we sustained performance throughout the game, I was really pleased, with the way we in the second quarter we really, kind of did some good things. And then, the hard part was the third quarter. They kind of did the same thing to us in the third quarter. I think had the ball for like 11 or 12 minutes. So got to get off the field on defense there. And then obviously got to score points. Though I was proud of us for being 3 for 3 in the red zone. Proud of Zach or Gordon for really responding tremendously, making 2 field goals in less than ideal conditions in the wind and the rain. So I think a lot of things to build on going into this game, going out there to Western Illinois and making our first trip ever out there. For their homecoming, should be I think a fun trip, but also 2 teams that are kind of hungry to win.
So, and you referenced that second quarter. You had a 9-minute, 51-second drive, 70 plays, and you score, and it's 4 points. So, like, what is what's the thought there? You're right in that game, and is that what you're referencing going into the third quarter? They did what they wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I think, and then the tough part was, and then they scored before the half. You know what I'm saying? So they, we had the wind. They were going into the wind, so big kickoff. Kind of pin them, where we want to pin them, and then just need to get a stop. But that's football, and we're kind of. That's definitely what I guess I'm referencing from the last, game is that they kind of flipped the table on us there. But the good part was we kept competing, and our guys' effort showed up in the game multiple times later in the game to kind of get us, stay in the game. What I'm saying, our guys are still believing. The energy on the sideline was fantastic from our guys, and so. I think those are things that are real positives for us. We got this young football team, it's beat up, and it's played it's played a tough schedule, but it doesn't get any easier. Week to week here, we just got to keep preparing and keep refreshing our mind. I think that's the big thing. I think we're just trying to do is refresh our mind. Look at this last 5 weeks as kind of a second season. Let's go out there and play our best football when the weather gets colder.
When the conditions are less than ideal, how do you mentally prepare for that? I mean, I know you practice in bad conditions from time to time, but if it's not something you're not expecting, how do you go in with a mentality to not let it impact you?
Well, I think, you just kind of talk about it. It's the same, for both teams. And we both got to deal with it. And we've, we certainly wasn't a great, like, beautiful week here in Charleston going into the game. And when Thursday and Wednesday were both pretty kind of wet ball days. So, we just kind of had preparation, for it throughout the week. And I think our guys are mentally strong enough, tough enough, and have played enough football to say, hey, look, we love football, even in the rain, even in the heat, so it doesn't, the conditions don't matter. The fact that we just get to strap it up and put the ball down is what means a lot to our guys.
You referenced Western. Tell us a little bit more about them. And they came up just short against UT Martin and then have quite
Yeah.
the explosive offense.
Yeah, I think making the switch there to Kaysen has really helped, I guess. I mean, he's completing 70% of his passes. He's thrown 7 touchdowns. He's only got 1 interception. He's thrown it for over 300 yards in the last 2 games. He's extremely accurate. He gets the ball out when he wants to get it out. I mean, he's not, the guys don't have to be open or have their head turned, which just means he's got great anticipation. Damari Davis is averaging 20 yards a catch, and I think Anaya had 13 catches against Tennessee Tech 2 weeks ago, and then the Duncan kid on the other side. They got a lot of they're spreading the ball around and playing within Joe's system obviously very well, and he's obviously coordinated offenses and run offenses for a very long time at a very high level. And so it's impressive to see what he does. Getting guys open from week to week, but also, getting the Holloman kid going in the run game. So really explosive on offense, and we'll have our hands full as we go on the road.
Do they, is their offensive attack like I'm looking at your schedule, somebody else you've already played this year, or are they a little bit different?
I think everybody is like slightly, different as far as their identity and things. And so, I hesitate to put them in like a box or a category, just because, I think they know who they are. They know who they want to be. We have seen, a lot of good quarterbacks, so far, which has, been, impressive. And I just am overall impressed with the quarterback play, within our league this year with so many new starters. But there's certainly a blend, I think, of a couple different teams, and so and people have hurt us in certain ways, and so we know we got to get the fixes and try to defend what they do well. But it starts with just them having great personnel.
Well, Coach, we'll leave it at that. So appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend on your trip and game, and we'll talk to you again next week on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Scott.